AI has changed the world as we know it. It has made daily tasks quicker and our lives more productive. But what if AI had the power to ruin everything? That's the kind of danger deepfakes create. Deepfakes have come a long way from those awkward lookalikes. We're living in a time where distinguishing between what's genuine and what's not has become a real challenge. They've gone from mildly impressive to downright creepy. So let's break down the mystery behind deepfakes. How can you spot them? And why should you be afraid about these seemingly harmless videos? Deepfake overview. Let's make it clear, tech and innovation are great. But when it comes to manipulating people online for profit, it's a different story. The technology behind deepfakes keeps getting smarter, and new apps are popping up that make it easier for anyone to do this stuff. The better these deepfakes become, the trickier it gets to tell reality from fiction. At first glance, deepfakes may seem like a cool face swap, but beneath the surface there's a more sinister potential. They can be used to spread misinformation, fake news, or even impersonate someone in a harmful way. What are deepfakes? So, what exactly are deepfakes? Let's break it down in simple terms. The fake part is pretty clear. It's something that's not real. But what about the deep part? Well, that's where things get interesting. Deep in deepfake refers to a special kind of computer smarts called deep learning. This deep learning is a type of artificial intelligence, which is like teaching a computer to think and learn on its own. So deepfakes are these videos where someone's face is swapped out with a computer-made face that looks strangely real. The whole term came to life on Reddit, courtesy of a group called Deepfake, which decided to put celebrities' faces on adult film actors. How do they work? Now here's the cool tech part. To make deepfakes, you usually need not one but two smart AIs working their magic. First, one of them scans through loads of pics, videos, and audio of the person they want to copy. Then, it comes up with a modified image or video. The second AI is important here, as it compares the fake stuff with real pics to spot any differences. The first AI keeps tweaking its creation based on the feedback from the second one, over and over again, until it's so convincing that even the second AI can't tell it's a fake anymore. And there you have it. You've got yourself a deepfake. Now this tech is getting easier for pretty much anyone to use, especially as computers get even more powerful. But the real scary part is how deepfakes can be used for some seriously evil things. Remember that video from Channel 4 in England? They pulled a fast one with Queen Elizabeth's alternative Christmas speech in 2020. She started off normal like she does every year, but then things took a wild turn. She started making jokes about scandals and even danced. People only figured out it wasn't her when she got on the dance floor. That video got people talking about how deepfake tech can be pretty darn dangerous, and trust me, we've only scratched the surface. The dangers of deepfakes. Deepfakes might sound cool at times, but they're actually a real and concerning issue. They can be used in some really awful ways. For instance, back in March 2022, there was a video on Facebook that seemed like Ukrainian President Zelensky telling his people to drop their weapons. But guess what? It was a deepfake. This thing went viral, and even showed up on TV as breaking news. Zelensky had to step in and post a real video on his Telegram channel to set things straight and support his troops. But it's not just about messing with politicians. Nope, deepfakes can target anyone. In fact, just a couple of years ago, a company called Sensity found a whopping 85,000 deepfake videos. They were using them to destroy reputations, spread lies, and even create fake porn without people's consent. It's pretty disgusting stuff. And it's not just about spreading false info. Deepfakes can also lead to digital abuse. Think harassment, blackmail, and public shaming. Imagine having your face or voice used in a way you never intended. There was even this case in 2019 where a CEO thought he was talking to his boss on the phone. He ended up transferring a bunch of money, only to find out he'd been duped by scammers using AI to mimic his boss's voice. Deepfakes as cybersecurity threat. Some experts say deepfakes are one of the biggest cybersecurity threats today. And it makes sense. A lot of our security systems use face recognition, like unlocking your phone or accessing your bank account. And guess what? Deepfakes could mess with those systems big time. But here's some good news. Tech companies are on it. They're working on tools and tech to spot deepfake videos. Some experts even say you can spot them by looking at the blinking. Deepfakes tend to blink less often than real humans. You see, AI still struggles with nailing down all the little details of human behavior. Deepfake in politics. Now, politics is where deepfakes could really cause some trouble. Remember the 2020 US presidential election? There were worries that deepfakes could sway the results. Luckily, that didn't happen, but the US government was so concerned that they set up a task force to deal with this threat. Here's something to think about. If humans don't get better at telling real from fake, it could lead to people ending up in jail for things they didn't even do based on fake videos. In Malaysia, a politician got caught in a video that looked very incriminating, but they couldn't prove it was manipulated. Her reputation took a massive hit, even though experts couldn't say for sure if it was real or fake. The future of deepfake. Whatever you think of deepfake technology, you have to admit that it's absolutely mind-boggling. And people are doing some cool and positive things with deepfakes too. First off, companies are using deepfakes to create training videos. Imagine getting your work instructions from a virtual colleague. Ever heard of Sassy Justice? It's a TV show that uses AI to craft the faces of its characters. But it doesn't stop there. In the documentary Welcome to Chechnya, they used deepfake tech to safeguard the identities of the LGBTQ+ community members they were featuring in southern Russia. Here, deepfakes act as a digital disguise, protecting those who need it. Should deepfake be considered a good technology? So, is deepfake tech all good or all bad? Well, it's a bit of both. Like any new technology, it has its upsides and downsides. One thing to watch out for is something called the liar's dividend. This concept suggests that deepfakes could help criminals dodge the law, and we're already seeing some of that happening. But it's still too early to make a harsh judgment. Deepfake technology is pretty fresh, and we're only scratching the surface of what it can do. In the coming years, we'll likely see even more of its potential, both the good and the not so good. There's a real danger that comes with using AI to its full potential, and deepfakes are a big part of that problem. Scientists have been talking about a point, the singularity, when AI gets so smart that it outdoes humans. That's when things could get a bit out of hand. In the world of AI and deepfakes, we're in a place where exciting technology meets real danger. Deepfakes are videos that can trick us into believing something fake is real. They can be used for fun or for bad things like spreading lies or hurting people. But deepfake technology isn't all bad. It can be used for good, like creating cool training videos or protecting people's identities. We're still learning about it, so we need to be careful. As AI continues to advance, there's a chance it might get too smart for us to control. This could bring good things, but also some bad ones. We should think about the rules and ethics of using AI early on.